Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving into the first 1K system. I know a lot of you out there are curious about it, especially if you're thinking about building an email list and maybe even making some money online.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely been getting a lot of buzz.
It has. So
Yeah.
let's break it down.
Yeah, let's see what it's all about.
Exactly. And, I think what's interesting is, especially these days, like everybody's kind of looking for a little extra income, right?
Yeah.
The economy's, it's a little unpredictable.
Well, yeah, and it feels like, traditional jobs, they don't offer the same security they used to.
Right. Exactly. So it makes sense that people are like looking online.
Looking for alternatives.
Yeah. And that's where, this whole first 1K idea, I think, is so fascinating.
Yeah, that initial milestone.
Yeah. Because it's not just about like the actual 1,000 subscribers or that $1,000 earned.
Right.
It's that mental thing,
It's a psychological boost, right? Like,
Right.
You achieve that first win, it gives you that motivation to keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, you build momentum.
And that, I think, leads perfectly into the trafficking part of it.
Okay.
Because I know, like for me, paid advertising, that whole world, it's always felt kind of scary.
Oh, yeah, intimidating.
Yeah,
Wait.
expensive. And I know a lot of people feel that way.
Definitely. It can be a huge barrier to entry.
It is. But what I like about this system is it focuses on a traffic source that's actually free and pretty beginner friendly.
Yeah, it really emphasizes those free traffic methods, which makes it a lot less daunting to get started.
It does. You don't have to like shell out a ton of money before you even know what you're doing.
Exactly. Start small, experiment, see what works.
Yeah. And build some momentum, like you said, without, breaking the bank.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, you can actually start earning while you're building that list.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's not like you have to wait months to see any results.
So you see those little wins along the way, which keeps you going.
Exactly, keeps you motivated. Because, those early wins, they can be so powerful.
They can. It's like that saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the second best time is today.
I love that.
You don't have to wait. You can just start.
Just get started, take action.
Yeah. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you about, because it really caught my eye, was this Udemy secret they talk about.
Oh, yeah, intriguing, right?
It is. So Udemy, first of all, can you explain what that is?
Sure. So it's basically a platform where you can buy solo ads,
Okay.
which are like email ads that get sent to someone else's email list.
So you're reaching a whole new audience.
Exactly. Now, this secret they're talking about, they don't reveal all the details up front, but it sounds like it's a way to, refresh your email list daily.
And for free.
Yeah, that's the really interesting part.
So it's like not just building a list, but keeping it fresh and active.
Exactly. Constantly growing it, which is really important in the world of email marketing.
Okay, this is getting really interesting. Before we go any further, though, let's take a quick break.
All right, sounds good.
And for those of you who are already super curious about this first 1K system, we'll put a link in the show notes so you can check it out.
Yeah, definitely worth a look.
We'll be back in a flash.
All right, so we were talking about that Udemy secret.
Yeah, and how you can refresh your list every day.
It's pretty cool, right?
It is. But, at the same time, we have to be realistic.
Oh, absolutely.
Like building a real online business, it takes work.
It does, yeah. There's no magic bullet or anything.
Right. There are no shortcuts.
Nope, you got to put in the effort.
And this system, it does highlight getting results quickly.
It does.
But it seems to emphasize that you need to be consistent,
Yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah, and actually implement the things they teach you.
Yeah, you can't just buy the system and expect money to fall from the sky.
Right, exactly. It's about finding that balance, I
Yeah.
think, between wanting fast results,
Right.
but also, building something solid that'll last.
Absolutely. It's about building a sustainable business for the long term.
Yeah, and that's where I guess the quality of the training comes in, right?
It does, because it's not just about getting people on your list.
Right.
It's about, giving them value.
Right. Building relationships.
Yeah, turning them into loyal customers, not just subscribers.
And that's what I kind of appreciate about this system. It seems to understand that.
It does.
It's not just about, blasting people with sales pitches.
Right. You got to build trust.
You do.
Credibility.
Yeah, and they talk about creating content that actually resonates with people,
Content that provides value, solves problems, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And that ties back to what we were saying about those early wins.
It does, yeah.
If you can give someone something valuable up front.
Even if it's something small, it can make a big difference.
It can. It's like I don't know. It's like when you go to a new coffee shop
Okay, I like this analogy.
and they give you like a free sample
Oh, yeah.
if you like it.
You're more likely to buy a cup.
You are. It's about building that good feeling.
That positive association.
Exactly. Okay, so mindset though. I want to talk about mindset.
Okay, yeah, that's important.
Because it's easy to get caught up in like all the technical stuff.
Oh, definitely all the strategies and tactics.
But if your mindset's not right,
It's tough to succeed. Yeah, you can get discouraged easily.
you can. And this system, it does seem to address that.
It does.
They talk about like overcoming challenges.
Staying focused, not giving up when things get tough.
And they also have like a community aspect, right?
They do a private Facebook group.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, where members can connect with each other, get support, ask questions.
That's so important because it's easy to feel like isolated when you're working online, you know?
It says you're on your own a lot of the time.
Yeah. So having that community, it can make a huge difference.
It can. It's like having a support system, people who understand what you're going through.
Exactly. Okay, so let's be honest. There are a ton of online marketing systems out there.
So many. It's overwhelming.
What do you think sets this one apart?
Well, for one thing, the price, it's really affordable.
Okay.
Especially compared to some of these other programs that cost like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, some of them are crazy expensive.
They are. And it feels like the creator here, they genuinely want to make this information accessible, you know?
Yeah, and that's refreshing.
Right. It is. It's not about exclusivity. It's about empowering people.
Yeah. And another thing I noticed is it seems pretty simple to follow, you know?
It does. Yeah. They break things down into easy to understand steps.
Yeah, there's not a lot of jargon or like super technical stuff.
Right. It feels very beginner friendly.
It does. So it sounds like, you know, for someone who's just starting out,
Definitely a good option.
this could be a really good fit.
Yeah. Especially with that supportive community and the focus on taking action and getting results.
So if you're listening and you're intrigued, we've got a link in the show notes.
Yeah. Go check it out.
Check it out. Now,
What else?
let's talk about the bonus content because that was something I was really curious about.
Okay. Yeah. The bonuses are interesting.
They are. So we've got over 1,000 coloring pages with commercial rights.
Wow. That's a lot of coloring pages.
It is. And a ChatGPT masterclass.
Oh, that's useful.
And relaxing music tracks, also with full rights.
So you can use them for your own projects, sell them, whatever.
Yeah, and all of this is included.
Pretty generous, right?
It is. What are your thoughts on those bonuses?
Well, I think they're a great way to, add extra value.
Okay.
And potentially even generate some additional income.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like with the coloring pages, you could sell them on Etsy or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or bundle them with other products.
And the ChatGPT masterclass.
That could be useful for creating marketing materials, writing emails, all sorts of things.
So it's like they're giving you a bunch of different tools, you know,
Yeah, a whole toolkit to build your online business.
and you can kind of choose what works best for you.
Exactly. The key is to, figure out what aligns with your goals.
Right, because you don't want to get overwhelmed.
No, definitely not.
Okay, now let's be real for a second.
All right, getting real?
Building an online business, it's not always easy.
No, definitely not.
So what are some of the challenges you think that someone might face, even with this system?
Well, I think one of the biggest challenges is consistency.
Okay.
It's easy to get excited at first,
Right.
but then life gets in the way, you get busy, you lose motivation.
Yeah, and you don't see results right away, and it's like, ugh.
Exactly, and it's so easy to get distracted by all the shiny objects out there.
Oh yeah, there's always something new and exciting popping up.
Always. But real success, it comes from sticking with something and putting in the work consistently.
Okay, so consistency is key.
It is. And then there's also the technical side of things.
Oh yeah.
Even though this system tries to make things simple, there are still some technical aspects.
Like setting up your email platform.
Yeah, creating landing pages.
Social media stuff.
Yeah, all that can be a bit overwhelming if you're not familiar with it.
Especially if you're brand new to online marketing, it can feel like a lot.
It can. But the good news is there are tons of resources out there to help.
Yeah, it's true. There are lots of tutorials and online communities.
And the first 1K system itself offers support too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so you're not completely on your own.
And I think the important thing is to remember that, learning is a process.
It is, yeah, it's ongoing.
Yeah, things are constantly changing online.
They are. You got to be adaptable, willing to learn new things.
So it's not like you learn it once and you're done.
Nope, you got to keep evolving.
You do. Okay, so before we wrap up this part,
Right.
just a reminder, if you want to learn more about this system,
Yeah, if you're curious.
the link is in the show notes.
Go check it out.
We'll be right back after a quick message. Okay, so we're back, and we've been talking all about the first 1K system and how it can help you, you know, build that email list, maybe start making some money online.
We've covered a lot of ground, yeah.
We have. And I think, it's important to remember, as with anything,
Mm-hmm.
like you got to manage those expectations
Yeah, that's crucial.
because it's easy to get like swept up in the excitement.
It is, especially online. You see all those stories.
Oh, yeah. Overnight success.
Yeah, I made $1 million in a month.
And you're like, okay, well, I can do that too.
Right, but it's rarely that simple.
It's not.
Yeah.
And the system, it does a good job, I think, of like explaining that.
It does. It's realistic.
Yeah, like it gives you the tools, it gives you the
The
roadmap,
guidance.
but ultimately, it's up to you.
You got to put in the work.
You do.
Yeah.
And no guarantees.
Nope, no guarantees in life, right?
Right. But they do offer a money-back guarantee,
They do, yeah, 14 days.
which is, I think, a good sign.
It is. It shows they're confident in their system,
Yeah, like they're willing to stand behind it.
and it gives you a chance to, try it out risk-free.
Yeah. See if it's a good fit for you.
Exactly. No pressure.
So if you're curious, you've been listening to this, you're like, this sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the link in the show notes.
Yeah, you can explore the system, see what it's all about.
And yeah, remember building an email list, building a business online.
It takes time.
It does. It's not a, get rich quick scheme.
Nope, it's a journey.
It is. But it can be a rewarding one.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the first 1K system.
It's been fun.
It has. We hope you learned some stuff. And until next time, happy list building.
Happy build